too, if you want to mention
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I'll do. I will do
Okay.
that. Bring 'em up. All right, let me make sure I get this mic going here. Well, good morning. We're going to get started. If we can have our seats, that'd be great. I would really appreciate it. As our students get set up here, what a great way to start this morning to see these beautiful young faces here. I'll explain that in a second, what's going on. Thank you, Ms. Treff, for being here and setting this up for us this morning. I am Dr. Frank Miranda, the proud superintendent of our district, of the Colton Joint Unified School District. And I want to welcome all of you, and I'm thrilled to welcome all of you to our first community cabinet of the year. So if I can get a cheer, a round of applause. Are we excited? It's so awesome to see so many people here this morning. I just want to thank all of you for making time this morning as a community of leaders, of partners, parents. We have so many different folks here this morning. Just for being here this morning and taking your time to participate in our community cabinet. And the first one, our back to school. I know we've been back to school for, well, it seems like 3, 4, 5 months. It's 3 months. We started in August. So we've been going strong. I mean, we're almost done with October, getting ready for the holidays here. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. But I'll tell you, I'm so thrilled, excited to welcome all of you. And, you know, we have our students here waiting in a second. I'll let them do their thing. And just what an agenda we have this morning, an incredible agenda that I get the opportunity to facilitate and present to you this morning. And I do want to take this time to introduce some, and all of you are very important people, all of you. It takes a whole community to raise a child, as the African proverb says. So just, again, thank you for believing in our students. And I'll talk a little bit about expectations, belief, and all that in my address in a few minutes. But I do need to introduce some of our leaders here that we have. And again, let me just stress this, that all of you here are important and make a difference and an impact. First of all, I just want to recognize and acknowledge that we have a Spanish interpreter, Miss Cynthia Bueno, who's back there. Cynthia, you want to come up and introduce yourselves here real quick? I speak Spanish, but she speaks really good Spanish. So
thank you so very much. I'm flattered. But no, I'm here to offer services. Buenos días a todos. Gracias por acompañarnos nuevamente. Si hay algún padre o miembro de la comunidad que necesite servicios de intérprete, sé que todos entendemos un poco el inglés, pero si quizás el español les ayuda un poquito más a comprender más, estoy disponible. Tenemos estos dispositivos, se los ponen en el oído y pueden estar observando la presentación, escuchándola en español al mismo tiempo. No duden en buscarme, yo estoy en la mesa trasera. Muchísimas gracias.
thank you, Cynthia. I could not do that. I'm just blown away by Cynthia. And we offer these services because we understand there are parents that I mean, they speak English, but their primary language is Spanish. That, Zaxxon, I was telling the students, that's my first language too, Spanish, believe it or not. And so if you see me struggle sometimes speaking in English or in Spanish, now I struggle in both languages. So that's the truth, but I love our language. And students, continue to learn how to speak another language. You'll do great things. That was a sidebar. That's free for you guys. All right, so I do want to also take this opportunity to introduce our board. And I say this, and a lot of people say this, but we have an amazing, and we have the best board in the county. And I truly believe that. I don't say that to say it, because their priority is students first. We have educators on our board, business people. I mean, just an incredible board has been with us for a long time. So I do want to recognize our leadership. These are the leaders of the district. I get to serve as their secretary and help them govern this district for our students. So first of all, I want to start with our vice president who's here this morning. Can we please give it up for Ms. Bertha Flores, our vice president of the board? We also have our board clerk this morning, and he is a busy man, I'll tell you, Mr. Israel Fuentes. We also know him as DJ Izzy, so he is awesome on the ones and twos, if you don't know that, and a great singer too, so if you haven't heard him sing. And of course, last but not least, I also want to acknowledge Ms. Pat Haro, who's here, who's been on the board for a very long time. So I want to thank our board for being here this morning and leading our district in the direction that we're headed, and in making sure that as their superintendent, I am doing and following their vision on what they want for the school district, because they are the what and I am the how we do all these things. So it's an honor to serve under their leadership. We also have some amazing leaders that we partner with. I do want to acknowledge both of our union presidents. I'll tell you what a relationship that we have, and it's a relationship. We're on the same ship together. That ship is CJUSD. And we work so well together, and it's honestly, it's a privilege and honor to work with both of these individuals. So first, I'd like to acknowledge our CSCA president, Mr. Anthony Guadarrama, who's back there. Anthony? We cannot do the work that we do in this district without our classified employees. That's for sure. And a lot of people know this. I started as a classified employee, not in this district, in a district far, far away from here. That's a Star Wars joke. Okay, I won't go there. And so I am proud to say that. Thank you, Anthony. And of course, we also have our certificated union president, our Association of Colton Educators, which that's where the rubber meets the road, is our teachers who just work endlessly to provide for our students the education, the opportunity. They just do so much. I do want to recognize and acknowledge Christina Parachi back there, our ACE president. It does mean a lot to us that they're both here to support what we're doing in the vision of this school district. So thank you both from the bottom of my heart that you're here supporting our vision and what we're doing in the district. We also have some elected officials and representatives. And I'll tell you, our district serves 6 different cities, and that's a big geographic area. I do want to thank we have here David Toro, Colton Mayor Pro Tem. David, thank you. Also, we have here this morning, we have Matt Brown, Grand Terrace City Council member. Mr. Brown, thank you, Matt. I'll tell you, I want to acknowledge also, this is incredible. We have board members who actually travel almost 100 miles to get here this morning to see what we're doing as a district. We have 2 board members from Wiseburn Unified School District who are also partners in our district. We have Roger Banuelos and Nelson Martinez in the back. I was joking around with Roger back there that he's only missed 1 community cabinet. I said, you need to have a 95% attendance rate. right? And everybody knows that because that's one of our goals, 95%. I know, but Nelson has 100%. So thank you, Nelson. Talk to Roger. Make sure he gets here every time. He had a great excuse. I won't get into that. Thank you, Roger and Nelson, for being here. And last but not least, I hope I didn't miss anybody, but I'll tell you, I say this with tremendous respect, is that we have the best supervisor of the county that represents Colton Joint Unified and our surrounding cities. From San Bernardino County Supervisor Joe Baca Jr.'s office, we have Leanne Uribe. Leanne, there she is. Yeah, I was going to say that, Mr. Wood, thank you for that. She is a Colton High School graduate, too. So she is invested into our school district. So thank you, Leanne. So thank you so much, and we'll do one more. Wow. So we also have Mar Cerna, who's a board member in Fontana Unified School District and who also works for the county family services. Where's Mars at? There he is. He's sneaking back there. Thank you, Mars. And someone that is a co-partner with us with CRIROP, which is the Colton Redlands Yucaipa ROP, Regional Occupation Program. And we have just a tremendous relationship. And we can't not do the things, the pathways, the career technical ed. Because, you know, I want all you to think about this. It's career and college. No dead ends in this school district. And we cannot do that work without here. We have Jason Engel, the superintendent for CRIROP. Jason? And I know there's a lot more folks, but I did want to acknowledge those partnerships. And just thank you so much for being here this morning. So with that, I have these young people that are waiting to perform. So I do want to just thank Ms. Treff for just putting this together. This is a 6th grade class out of Rogers, and they're going to do a performance. Did you want to add to that, Ms. Treff, and get them going here this morning? Yeah, she does.
Good morning. I just wanted to say that I'm very proud of my class. They've worked really hard on this performance. We have an annual Rock Your School at our school every year, and it's part of a nationwide celebration. And so our students had decided this year to honor Coco and honor Hispanic Heritage Month. And so I'm very proud of the work they put in, and we're excited for you guys to see it. Thank you.
All right, so.
What color is the sky, mi amor, ay mi amor? You tell me that it's red, ay mi amor, ay mi amor. Where should I put my shoes, ay mi amor, ay mi amor? You say put them on your head, ay mi amor, ay mi amor. You make me un poco loco, un poquitito loco. The way you keep me guessing, I'm nodding and I'm guessing. I'll count it as a blessing that I'm only un poco loco.
The rumble that you make me, it is just un poco crazy. The sense that you're not making,
The liberties you're taking
leaves my cabeza shaking. You are just
un poco loco.
I should have mentioned they're from Rogers Elementary here in Colton.
Let's give them one big round of applause. Thank you, sixth graders. Thank you.
Thank you. Great job, you guys. You guys were awesome. As they exit, I was talking to the students when they were outside greeting all of you coming in, and I told them that Coco's actually my favorite animation movie. There's a lot of great movies because not only it reminds me of growing up in Mexico, Mexicali, where I grew up, and spending time with my grandmother, who died very, very young, unfortunately, at 49 and a half of a stroke. But when I see the movie and I see Mama Coco, have you guys seen the movie? It just reminds me of my grandmother there, and it makes me cry all the time. And they were just laughing. They're like, "Yeah, we cried too." And so it's an incredible movie. Disney does not pay me for the shout out on that or anything. So, but it is. We are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month too. With 90% of our students being Latino and Hispanic heritage, it's important that we recognize our culture and where we come from, right? And I, again, wasn't born in Mexico, but I was raised there in Mexicali, Baja California. And so don't get an opportunity to really go out there. Both my parents live there now, and it has not really changed much, so... but I am proud of my heritage, and that's why we bring these cultural events or these performances. And to get sixth graders to perform is an incredible task. So the teachers do an incredible job at Rogers Elementary, home of the Raccoons, with that. So I do want to talk a little bit about. It's always important to me to talk about as a district where we're at, sort of a state of the district. And what is our vision in Colton Joint Unified District and where we're headed? It's important we know that. So this year, we started the year, we have a theme for the year, Serving with Purpose Together as One District. And that's not just a saying, a logo, or just a theme. It actually has a lot of meaning behind it, and I'll talk about that. It really, again, like I said, it's not just a slogan. We didn't just throw it out there. For us as a district, it's a commitment, a shared commitment. That's why we bring Community Cabinet here, that it reminds us that each one of us, no matter our role, that we have an essential part in shaping the future of our students. And that's huge, and that's important. And I'll say this, the success of our students. We want every single one of our students 100%, not, I say this all the time, it's not 90%, it's not 95%, it's not 99%, it's 100%. All means all, and that's our vision. And that's really critical, because not only in our classrooms, but just not as they graduate, but beyond that. Are they going to be successful when they go on to a career? And I'm changing my saying, not college and career, but I'm saying career in college, because we want every single one of our students to have an incredible career. And if they want to go back to college one day, that's fine. You see, it took me 9 years to graduate that 4-year degree. I had to get jobs, I had to work, I went to community college, I had a lot of different experiences, a lot of different jobs. I didn't become a teacher and started the career until I was around 26 years old, because I had to be a dishwasher. I had to do other jobs. So I was fortunate enough to go back to college. A lot of times we get this mindset that, oh, if you don't go to college, you're not going to be successful. That is not true. You can start out in a career technical education is critical, apprenticeship programs, those kinds of things. I'm not saying, though, that you shouldn't go to college right off the bat. If that's your dream, your goal, students, they go do that. So our district vision declares this. We believe that every student deserves the academic proficiency and skills necessary to thrive in career and in college, and here's the big one, global workforce. You see, with AI technology, we got to prepare students not for the jobs of today, but of the jobs of tomorrow, right? And I know that we have a lot of employers here, and I hear from employers all the time just saying, they're not ready, Frank. It's your job to get them ready. And I know with Jason and the work that we're doing together, that's our goal, and we're getting them ready. So it's awesome that we are able to work together on that. So more importantly, or just as important, our vision challenges us to give each student what they need when they need it. That's what equity is all about. That's a powerful statement, one that calls for every one of us in our district to be responsive, compassionate, and purposeful. Serving with purpose, you got to be purposeful for every one of those students so we can serve their needs. And to kick off the year, we started off the year united behind this vision. We had this giant pep rally. Imagine 2,400 employees coming together at Grand Terrace High School for this giant pep rally of celebration to unite behind our vision. This was our first back-to-back, or back-to-school rather, event for all staff. On that morning, we had teachers, classified staff, administrators gathered as one team, together as one district, hearing the same message, sharing for the same purpose, carrying this positive energy to start the school year. This was an incredible, exciting pep rally that we had. It was truly inspiring to see all our employees in one gym. We kind of took them back to high school, right? You remember the pep rallies in high school? And so we brought all our employees. So that was a great start. So we wanted to build this tremendous momentum that we have and also to bring it to our community. Let me also say this and thank the community, because a lot of the community members, and we just want to acknowledge that through your efforts and your support, the voters approved in our district Measure BB, which is a $225 million bond for facilities construction. Incredible. And I'll say this, because I'm very proud of this, that we had the highest pass rate in the county at 68.5%. Can we give it up for that? Because that's a huge accomplishment. What's even more exciting is that now we're actually selling our first series of bonds, and thanks to our business services team, we're starting that process. We've been meeting with folks so we can sell those bonds, so we can bring those dollars so that we can improve our facilities district-wide and build, modernize and build new facilities for our students and for our employees. So this bond it allows us to fund projects on what we have is a board's priority list. Our board created a board's priority list years ago. There's a lot of needs in our district. In fact, we have a facility master plan that identified quite a bit of needs, over $1.2 billion worth of needs in our district. But this is going to help us. We have an amazing director of facilities, Owen Chain, that doubles that money some way, shape, or form. He's able to go out and double it, working on grants, so we can do more with that money. So this list was developed through thoughtful input, not just from our staff, but also from our students and obviously our parents. A survey was sent out to ensure that everybody has a voice in how these funds get spent. So now it's not just about getting the funds, but it's how do we spend them. And we try to be equitable because we service Grand Terrace area, Colton, and Bloomington to ensure that it's equity across the board and meeting the needs. So we can build inspiring environments for our students so they can learn to grow and be successful. I am so proud of this other, I would say it's not even an initiative, but program we've had in our district. Our mental health department is leading the way, not just county-wide, but also statewide. And I just want to give it up. He's back there. He's very humble. Antonio Castro, the Director of Mental Health Programs in Colton. Let's give it up for him. that work is being recognized statewide. So this year, the California School Boards Association recognized CJUSD with a Golden Bell Award for Excellence of our student wellness program. And that is a huge accomplishment. Under, again, Antonio, Director Castro's leadership, we've built wellness centers not only at our high schools, but also at our middle schools, and we're expanding those programs even more and more. And so the state recognized that. Also, I have to acknowledge too that Antonio has built an incredible mental health intern program. I mean, there's over 40, 50 interns in our district that are there to support students. It's such an incredible, robust program that he's built. And you know what? It's a model for other school districts. We get school districts that call us. We send our crisis team to other districts. And now the state has even acknowledged that work that Colton Joint Unified is doing. And it just speaks volumes of our district's heart and our commitment to making sure that the whole child, it's not just academics, right? It's also mental health, that we have to ensure that they have those needs. I wish, growing up in high school, that there was a wellness center. I went to 2 high schools. I needed that support. I didn't realize I was depressed in high school, you know, and there was no wellness center. There was nowhere to go. So the good thing is I went to the library and read a lot. But our students today have somewhere to go where they get support. And we've had thousands of visits in our wellness centers, and they're incredible. So just very proud of that work that Antonio's doing with that. Our Ed Services team continues to lead the way and open new doors for student success. And let me explain what I mean by that. All of you have heard of AI, right? Everybody knows what's going on with AI. It's, you know, ChatGPT. There's so many applications out there. And Dr. Peterson, also with Jamal Boyce, our Chief Technology Officer, and their team, they started, which is a very innovative idea, to have AI workshops for our parents. And that's pretty awesome. So thank you, Jamal and Tina, for putting those on. You know, because we need to empower our families with that information. Our students are already way advanced, right? Students are advanced in terms of technology, and they've been using AI for a long time. I see some young people here, and I'm sure they'll teach us how to use the technology and the AI. We can't be afraid of it. We have to use it. That's just the world we live in today. But we have to train and provide professional development not only to our students, but our parents and obviously our staff. And that's what we're doing. So it's big, you know, when I talk about that AI, I think about technology, but also think about career technical education, our programs. These are real-world opportunities that they get, experiences that lead them again to a career or college. So again, Colton Joint Unified continues to be a place where learning meets opportunity, and AI is some of the things that we're doing. We also, our strength, our connection with the community. So just want to share that our communications team is sharing more stories than ever about our students, staff, and programs. And when you think about this number, and I read this number, I thought, wow, it's incredible. So we have reached, last year, we reached more than 500,000 people on social media last year. And I want to give it up for, where is he at? Eric Perez back there. Let's give it up for him. That is a lot of people that we reach through our social media feeds. Our communication team does an excellent job. Eric is such a gifted in videography and telling the story of our district, and that's what we're doing. So I do want to encourage all of you to follow us at Colton Joint Unified School District and go on our website, follow us on Instagram, our social media feeds, and look at all the wonderful things that are happening in Colton Joint Unified, so you can help us tell that story of all those amazing things and help us celebrate the incredible story of our students and what they're doing. At today's Community Cabinet program, this is what I like to call a reflection of this spirit of connection and commitment. You see, we got to be committed to the education of every single children here. Today, I also very, very proud of this. You're going to hear from our president of our Tomorrow's Leaders Foundation. We started this foundation a couple of years ago. I do want to acknowledge that I'm already out of time, but I still have like 10 pages here to go. But, but I'm excited about sharing all the stories and everything we're doing here. But our Tomorrow's Leaders Foundation, which started 2 years ago, has already given over $40,000 in scholarships. The Apple Foundation, which was led by Mike Williams, Katie Orloff, and Patty Frost, did an incredible job of supporting our students, what we do here. And so Kontang, our president, is going to come up and talk about that. But we're doing some great work with our foundation. I encourage you to take a look at that if you get a chance. And do want to talk that today you're going to hear from John Sachs, our Director of Safety and Security, and he will talk about safety and how we're taking care of that and how we're addressing those very serious stuff that goes out there. We serve over 18,000 students in our community, 30 schools, so that's a lot. And of course, we have here our amazing Director of Child Development, Melissa Williamson, and her team. She's going to present. And you already saw our Rogers Elementary students, and we also have special treats too, dances from our outstanding, amazing Flocorico groups from Bloomington High School and Grand Terrace High School, who will dance this morning. So let me just say this and end with this so we can move forward with the next presentation here, is that as we move forward in this school year, you know, the school year goes by really fast. You know, we have to just think of it this way. We're here, you know, and when I say this, serving with purpose together as one district. The vision is so big that one person can't do it. We got to do this together. So let's continue to serve why we're here. And the reason why we're here is for our students, ensure that they're successful. As a parent, that's what I thrive for, make sure my child is successful. I know a lot of your parents here, and that's what you care about. And for me, the 18,000 students are like all our children, and we got to take care of them, make sure they're successful. And so we have to ensure that every student in Colton Joint Unified School District knows that they are, one, supported and capable of greatness, that their dreams they can achieve their dreams. If a kid growing up in Mexicali, Baja California, can be the superintendent of Colton Joint Unified, and they can have a career, they can accomplish those goals. And you know what? We cannot do this alone. We have to do this with all of you. It really means a lot that you're here this morning. And with that, I'm going to move on and introduce our Tomorrow's Leaders President, Kontang, who's going to come and share a little bit about our foundation, the work we're doing there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, guys. Good morning, everybody. I really appreciate you guys being here. As Frank said, I'm the president of Tomorrow's Leaders Foundation. I'm honored to be able to represent the foundation. We're a newer foundation, as he mentioned. We took over the Apple Foundation just to sort of rebrand it and going from there. So, you know, we just have one purpose, you know, in partnership with the school district. We're just here to help support our kids, to let them know that they can dream big and get further in life. So with all you guys, parents here, it couldn't do without your guys' support as a community. Our foundation is here just to work with local business partners, community members, to raise money to be able to give our students at CJUSD opportunities after college, whether it be scholarships, internships, the resources to be successful, whatever that may be, for their career or college. So I'll be reaching out. You guys will see us at a lot of the events as we're going to be reaching out to business partners, you know, partners in the district for, you know, opportunities to donate to this foundation. So we appreciate the opportunity with the school district to fundraise and have this foundation together. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you guys for being here today, and we'll see you guys around. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic day.
Thank you. I'll tell you, our president, the foundation, Noam Kontang, he is nonstop, and that's so awesome. He is just with the incredible board that we have. We have a couple of our board members on that board for the foundation, and we're just putting together so many events, and it's just awesome to see the work that's happening. All right, so it gives me great pleasure to introduce a student from Bloomington High School who's going to do a solo dance, Genesis from Bloomington High School. So let's give it up for her.
Y ahora, niños, después de la escuela, a bailar. Pero el tucanazo. ¡Órale! Con este ritmo se mueven todos. Este es el baile del tucanazo. Con este ritmo se mueven todos. Este es el baile del tucanazo. Muévanse todos, muévanse todos, muévanse todos y levanten los brazos. Con este ritmo se mueven todos. Nadie se puede quedar sentado. Con este ritmo se mueven todos. Nadie se puede quedar sentado. El tucanazo, a todo el mundo este baile ha contagiado. Y ahora todos dicen así: bailemos con el tuca, bailemos con el lazo, bailemos con el tuca, 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 tucanazo. Bailemos con el tuca, bailemos con el lazo, bailemos con el tuca, 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 tucanazo. Con este ritmo se mueven todos. Este es el baile del tucanazo. Con este ritmo se mueven todos. Este es el baile del tucanazo. Muévanse todos, muévanse todos, muévanse todos y levanten los brazos. Con este ritmo se mueven todos. Nadie se puede quedar sentado. Con este ritmo se mueven todos. Nadie se puede quedar sentado. El tucanazo, a todo el mundo este baile ha contagiado. Y ahora todos dicen así: bailemos con el tuca, bailemos con el lazo, bailemos con el tuca, 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 tucanazo. Bailemos con el tuca, bailemos con el lazo, bailemos con el tuca, 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 tucanazo. Y nos vamos con un saludo para todos los tucancillos en todo el mundo. ¡Échenle ganas, plebes!
Give it up again one more time for Genesis, freshman at Bloomington High School. Good job. We have a video. We're going to cue that up, and then
Today's parade was a show of appreciation for our purchasing and warehouse team. The district was able to secure $1.5 million for San Salvador to refresh their school site.
Our district students start here, and thanks to our partnership with M&O and purchasing and warehouse, we have a fresh new school. Students are excited, they're ready to learn, and they're happy to be here.
Today was really rewarding for our warehouse team because most of the times we're just behind the scenes. We don't get to see a lot of the final results. It was just really good to see the kids doing the parade for us.
Hey, yeah, great video. So it's my honor, my pleasure to introduce our amazing director Melissa Williamson, who's going to be talking about this morning about the 8 areas that they focus on, parent and slower, some testimonials from parents' testimonials and some slower testimonials, right? All right, let me start talking. Go ahead, Melissa.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. We want to start by thanking our Superintendent, Dr. Miranda, our Board of Education for their continued support. As always, Executive Cabinet, specifically my supervisor, Dr. Tina Peterson. So we're so happy to be here this morning to shine a light on the district's critical, vital child development programs. We're not professional speakers. I always like to say that because it just kind of breaks the ice. And Cecilia and our child development supervisors, Cecilia Sanchez and Erin Trice. So my name is Melissa Williamson. I am the Director of Child Development. And I would also like to thank my admin assistant, Anna Klaproth, and our office assistant, Lulu Lopez Vela, for being here as well with our programs. So while we would love to have our youngest learners here, we have so much exciting news to share about their preschool experiences. Today, we'll take you inside our classrooms to highlight the powerful benefits of early education, demonstrate the vital importance of play as the core of learning, focus on the essential learning areas that prepare our preschoolers for kindergarten success. Since the students couldn't join us, they're not much for performing in front of crowds, we'll be sharing videos that capture their joy and learning in action. But you don't have to hear it, just hear it from us. We're proud to welcome 2 of our wonderful parents who will share in their own words the real-world impact our programs have had on their children and families. Finally, you'll hear from some of our ROP students who regularly partner with our youngest learners at our Head Start classes at Slover Mountain High School. Yes. They have a unique perspective on the growth happening all across all age levels in our district. So, and the clicker here. All right. So what is preschool? Preschool, yes, preschool. Thank you. We paid her to be here. Just kidding. Preschool is an early childhood educational program for children ages 3 to 5 years. It provides a structured environment that fosters cognitive, social, emotional, and physical development through play-based, teacher-guided activities. It also helps students practice coming to school every day. Attendance is very important for our district. Following directions, listening to a teacher, and managing transitions. Did you know that children in high-quality early childhood educational programs consistently start kindergarten with greater academic preparation, including stronger language, literacy, and numeracy skills compared to their peers that did not attend? The benefits of quality early childhood education are substantial, supported by decades of research, including positive, long-term impacts on child's academic, social, and economic outcomes, as well as significant returns for society. And now we'll look into some more of those benefits. A high-quality early childhood educational setting has a powerful trajectory for lifelong learning. Early childhood participants show an average increase in high school graduation rates by over 11 percentage points in some studies, and are more likely to attend and graduate from college. There's a reduced need for remediation associated with an 8.1 to 8.3% decrease in the need for costly special education services. Students in early childhood programs have a stronger life skills. They demonstrate improved socio-emotional skills and strong self-regulation compared to peers who do not have the enrollment in early childhood programs. The societal well-being and public safety is also affected. Early childhood programs provide a critical buffer, helping children build resilience and mitigating the long-term effects of poverty and other risk factors for mental health. There's reduced negative behaviors. This is linked to early childhood programs are linked to reduced problem behaviors and involvement in criminal activity later in life. One long-term study shows that children who participate for 2 years were less likely to commit crimes. And there is a cost savings for taxpayers. Societal benefits stem from reduced public costs, particularly from lower spending on special education services, grade repetition, and criminal justice system. One of the statistics that I find interesting is the return on investment for early childhood programs. Some studies have shown that there's an impressive return of $4 to over $16 for every $1 spent on early childhood programs, and this benefits both the individual and the society. Okay, let's turn the mic over to Miss Erin.
Thank you, Melissa. So I know what you're asking yourself, where are all these great programs at? Well, we offer a variety of programs in our community, including both full-time and part-time, morning and afternoon classes. Throughout our Head Start programs, we offer 7 classrooms at our San Salvador campus, and then our 2 classrooms at our Slover High campus. Our state preschool programs offer part-day classes morning and afternoon at 10 different sites throughout our district, including San Salvador, Crestmore, Grant, Grimes, Lewis, McKinley, Rogers, Sycamore Hills, Washington High, and Zimmerman. In addition, we also provide preschool special education services within 9 classrooms located at San Salvador as well as Crestmore Elementary. Play is essential in preschool as it encourages imagination, collaboration, and problem solving, structured and unstructured play. It helps children develop motor skills, language, emotion, intelligence as well. Recently, scientists have determined that it takes approximately 400 repetitions to create a new synapses in the brain, unless it's done with play, in which case it only takes about between 10 to 20 repetitions. We use a program or an assessment called the Desired Results Development Profile, or in short, DRDPs. It's an assessment tool we use in early childhood education, and it's based on what teachers see, hear during everyday classroom activities, and it helps us track children's growth across 8 key areas of development, showing their progress strengths in areas where extra support may be needed. The Desired Result Development Profile is a tool we use in the classroom because it gives teachers and families a clear picture of children's development. It helps us individualize activities, track growth over time, and make sure children are on the right path for school readiness. It also aligns with the California standards, which makes it a reliable way to support both the children and the program. The 8 key areas that it focuses on are approaches to learning and self-regulation, social emotional development, language and literacy development, English language development, cognition, including math and science, physical development and health, history, social science, and visual and performing arts. Now we will share some videos of the real-life experience showcasing the day in the life of a preschool. After each video, we will take a deeper dive into the core learning areas.
Is this good? Is this enough? Yes? Okay. Oh, I would love a card. Yes. Can you take it? Oh my, this is so beautiful. I'm going to give this to my mom for Mother's Day. This is so beautiful. Thank you. You guys did a great job. Thank you for selling me flowers for my mom for Mother's Day. Thank you.
Okay, say, Miss Anna, you need to pay money for me over there, right?
I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay, because I was.
So approaches to learning and self-regulation looks at how children approach challenges and new experiences. It focuses on their curiosity and willingness to try new things, which is the initiative, and their ability to stay on task, which is their attention. It also shows how well they manage their emotions and behavior, which is overall their self-control. So the approaches to learning and self-regulation in an early childhood program is important because it builds lifelong habits, improves focus and attention, supports emotional growth, promotes independence, and helps in social interactions. So just like we saw in this video, the dramatic play area was transformed into a flower shop where students had the opportunity to sell flowers, collect play money, and help out customers.
My feelings matter. I get better every single day. I choose to feel happy. My family loves me so much. I care about others. I learn from my mistakes.
So social and emotional development focuses on how children see themselves, how they build relationship with adults and other children, and how well they understand and respond to their own feelings and the feelings of others. So social and emotional development is important because children build relationships, supports emotional understanding, improves behavior and self-controls, boosts confidence and independence. And just like we saw in the video, children are listening to positive affirmations while walking in line, maintaining awareness of their surroundings and the positioning of their peers.
This is a hot dog.
This is a cold dog.
What's next?
This is a young dog.
And here comes, and here comes a
long dog.
Good.
So language and literacy development looks at how well children understand and use language to express themselves, how they develop a love for books and stories, and how they begin to recognize and write letters and words. So language and literacy development is important because it builds strong communication skills, supports early reading and writing, and boosts vocabulary and thinking. Like we saw in this video, a student is blending letters with support from the teacher, which represents an early foundational stage of reading development.
Catalina y Aileen, pónganse en línea, ¿ok? Vamos a llevar a María al baño. Let's go. Ponte aquí en línea. Vamos a llevar a María al baño, ¿ok? Qué bien. Ok, ahora me van a perseguir, ok? Follow me, friends. Con las manos atrás. Nice, good job, Aileen. Good job, Catalina.
So English language development focuses on students who are learning English as a second language, and it looks at how they begin to understand and use language in both everyday conversations, both academically and socially in the classroom. English language development supports communication with teachers and peers, builds confidence in a new language, and encourages a positive identity. Statistics show that strong English skills in early childhood program prepare children for kindergarten and beyond, giving them the tools they need to thrive in an English-speaking school environment. Just like the video, it highlighted how teachers engage with students in the Spanish language.
Where's the clicker? Oh, the clicker.
Okay, so on this next slide, we're going to talk about cognition, including math and science. And one thing that I really love about preschool is that students are learning, but they don't really know that they're learning because it's just play and it's fun. And so one of my favorite parts of our early childhood programs at San Salvador is the fact that we have over 25 garden beds with different plants, succulents, fruits, vegetables, and we have over 10 fruit trees. And one of my favorite things is the watermelon patch, which is what I plant every year. Israel, you got to benefit from that one year by taking a watermelon home. It's just so much fun for the students and for me, I have to admit. And so in this particular activity, I had the opportunity to take a classroom out to the watermelon patch, and we learned all about all the different parts of the watermelon, including the vine and the tendril and the rind and the flesh, the seeds. We talked about how seeds grow. This is all science, but they don't know it's science. They're just learning, right? And so this year I planted yellow and red watermelon, and I don't know who was more excited to see what color it was when I cut it open, me or the students, but it was yellow, which was very surprising because we're not used to yellow watermelon, right? And so as far as math, we took a poll of who thought the watermelon was going to be yellow and who thought the watermelon was going to be red. And students were so surprised to see that it was yellow. We counted seeds, we identified shapes, and they had a chance to taste the wonderful treat. So that was so much fun. My favorite. Come on. Sorry for the squealing. That's me. I can't help it.
Look at you.
Yes, he's so cute. So this was shared with permission from his parent. This is Sebastian. And when he started school, he wasn't walking. He was in a stroller throughout the day, and he wasn't talking. But he always had personality for days, as you can see. Now he's racing down the campus with his walker. And when I recently went into his classroom, he greeted me by saying, "Hola." Like, seriously, I was like, who are you? So he is really growing and developing. And in that class, we also have another student that started in a wheelchair and is now walking with assistance of somebody holding his hand. And so we get to experience this every day. There's just really nothing like it. But our programs are, much of the focus is on physical development, including fine and gross motor skills, and developing independence with self-care routines. Okay, so visual and performing arts. Visual and performing arts, this measures how a student expresses creativity. Nope, I skipped a slide, I'm sorry. History and social science. All right, so this measures how a student understands the world around them. This looks at a student's understanding of their own community, different social roles, the concept of time, past and present, and how they learn to negotiate conflicts and act responsibly in a group. So very important for kindergarten. So this particular picture shows some of our students doing some chores in the class, wiping down a table. They do have different chores in the classrooms, like line leader or caboose, things like that, and they love being able to do that. And then the picture on the left shows one of our students working on her gross motor skills with some stilts, and she was pretty wobbly. And so a friend of hers noticed that and came over and offered to assist, saying, "I noticed you're having a hard time. I'm right here with you." And so that's really cool. Now we're on to visual and performing arts. Yes, I know it's the best. Cinco de Mayo is huge at San Salvador. Please feel free to join us if you'd like next year. The students are just amazing. And we will be performing Rain or Shine. And so there's just a ton of visual and performing arts in preschool. As I mentioned, our students learn through art, pretend play, especially with music and movement. If upon arrival and dismissal, we always have music playing to start the tone of the day and welcome students and parents to make them feel comfortable. And so you'll most often see students in the dramatic play area or building blocks, playing with dinosaurs. Truly in preschool, the sky is the limit. So now the moment we've all been waiting for. We'll hear from some of our wonderful parents, and you guys can come forward. We have Daniela Capacci. I knew that before I came up here. And Miss Irene Gomez. And yes, it is not easy to get in front of a crowd and speak in public, and so I appreciate both of you being here. Daniela is the mother of Julia and Michaela. And Miss Irene currently has Santiago and Isla in our programs, but she's going to tell you how far back our child development programs go in her family. So this is a treat.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniela Capacci, and I have 3 beautiful daughters with whom 2 of them started their educational journey at San Salvador Preschool. So I wrote something down that I really wanted to share with all of you guys. When I think back to the very first day we walked through those preschool doors, I remember how nervous and excited we all were. My daughters were stepping into a world that was completely new, full of colors, songs, new faces, and so much love. What I didn't know then was just how much this program will shape not only their learning, but how they are as little people. When Michaela, my middle child, started, she didn't speak a single word of English. A few years later, her little sister followed, also starting without knowing the language. As a mom, I worried if they would understand, if they would make friends, or if they would even feel comfortable. But from the very first day, their teachers, Ms. Vivas, welcomed them with so much love, patience, and encouragement. This preschool didn't just teach my daughters ABCs and numbers. It taught them kindness, patience, and independence. They learned how to share, express their feelings, and believe in themselves. Every story time, every art project, every little moment built their confidence and curiosity. They would come home so excited, telling me about animals, about seeds, how they grow into fruits, or showing me their STEM projects. It was beautiful to see them growing and falling in love with learning itself. For our family, this program gave us peace of mind and a true sense of community. We always felt supported, guided, and included in every step of the way. As parents, we learn how to be more involved in our children's growth, to celebrate the small milestones, and to trust the process of early learning. I'm so grateful for the teachers who treated my girls like their own, sending pictures and updates through Class Dojo. They made communication easier and always put my mind at ease. Today, when I see how confident, social, and eager to learn my daughters are, I know the foundation started right here at San Salvador Preschool. And honestly, seeing the love, values, and quality of education that my daughters receive here inspire me personally. It made me want to be part of the same community they gave so much to my family. That's why I decided to work for CJUSD. And today, I'm proud to be part of the same mission, working at Ruth Grimes Elementary as an attendance clerk. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank the director, Ms. Williamson, the teachers, and everybody at San Salvador for making such a lasting difference of our girls' lives and in our family story. Thank you.
Buen día a cada uno de ustedes. Yo aquí soy presente gracias al comité de la Escuela San Salvador por invitarme y estar consciente. Pues básicamente soy una madre de experiencia en esta escuela que me ha servido en lo máximo. En todo el caso de mi familia comencé hace 22 años con mi segundo hijo. Ahora ya mi hijo tiene a su hijo también ingresado en la Escuela San Salvador. Entonces ha sido un proceso muy hermoso donde se les ha brindado, como dijo la principal, en todos los aspectos que se les brinda de ayuda, de todo. En segundo lugar, me convertí en madre foster y también tuve, creo que más o menos como unos 4 niños, también he tenido allí. Una gran experiencia también con la maestra John, que tuve una niña de las de foster. Esa niña no hablaba, nomás era puro grito, o sea, incontrolable. Esa niña, el día que se fue de mi casa, ok, un poquito, ¿es ok? Oh, ya, ok. Esa niña se fue de esa escuela San Salvador hablando. Después de ese transcurso, me convertí en madre adoptiva, tengo 3 niños adoptados. Igual ingresaron en la escuela San Salvador y se les ha brindado una excelente ayuda. Tengo un niño un poco hiperactivo, pero vieran el gran cambio con la ayuda de todo el comité y de las maestras que les dan la ayuda allí, todo lo necesario a los niños. Ahorita tengo 2 de los niños allí, que es Santiago y Ailén, que ingresan con mi Gigi y con Materni, y es excelente. Recomendado a todos los padres que tengan un niño. Es la escuela excelente y el programa. Gracias.
What she said is, thank you all. She was very grateful for the program, for the district, for Ms. Williamson. She says for all the help the support that she has, how impactful your support has been to her family. She's been involved with the district and starting initially with San Salvador 21 years ago. When her second son started school, she enrolled him in preschool, and she can tell you just how wonderful the child's experience was and how much she gained as well from as a parent of a student. And it continued on to her older children. The support has been beautiful. The process of them developing has as well. She says her son, who started 22 years ago now, is a father himself. And now he has enrolled his own child into the program, and she continues to see the benefits of it. And that hasn't been the end of her experience with San Salvador. Since then, she became a foster parent. She's had 3 or 4 of her foster students form part of San Salvador, go through the program. And every single one has been beautiful and supportive in all their ways. She knows a particular student himself. What was the name? Wander? ¿Cómo se llamaba el niño? El primero. ¿O era la niña? Wanda. Oh, Cecilia. That particular student, when she started preschool, when she came to her as a foster student and then started preschool, she was nonverbal. She did not speak. And it was just, she would scream. Anything she wanted, she would just scream and throw tantrums. And she walked out of San Salvador speaking fully and being able to communicate and then transition into school. Then after that, she became an adoptive parent. And since then, she has had several students go through the program as well. One in particular, a little boy, is hyperactive, just very disruptful when he started. And since he left the program, he's just well-behaved, no issues. She has seen the transition, the effect that this program has had in all her children, from her own to her grandkids, foster and adoptive. And she can attest to the wonderful program that it is, all the beautiful benefits that it provides to the students, to the benefits, and in excess to the community. So she says she highly recommends the San Salvador Preschool Center to anybody who has children who can benefit from it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, so now we'll hear from our Slover Mountain High School. You guys are good. You can do this. Come on up. Our Child Development Pathway with teacher Mary Hernandez.
I love that Melissa paved the way for us to understand we are not public speakers, and we have built up the courage to come and speak to you guys today. A little bit about my background. I started working at a child development center in my high school when I was 16, which paved my early childhood education and my career for about 20 years before I came to work at Slover to teach these beautiful young women and young men we have in our class. I do need to give great big thanks, though. Slover is a very unique school. It is a very unique environment, a very interesting schedule that we have to work with, and my ROP admin is just so supportive of our program, my crazy ideas. Ms. Frejo is so open and accommodating to our craziness and our crazy schedule. Welcome, Dr. Frazier. We love having you and your energy with us. And I can't do what I do for these students without Ms. Baca. Like, she is such a foundational piece behind us. And the uniqueness of Slover is because child development got to get involved with San Salvador Preschool, and we got to start volunteering little by little. We've been able to advance into a program now where we volunteer about 3 days every morning. We put on 5 to 6 events for them, and Ms. Baca has decided to come alongside us with leadership. And all of Slover now, even if they're not in our child development program, they get to be involved with the organization of all of those events for the preschoolers, so it's at their heart as well. These students that are about to speak to you, they've been with me and they're now on their 2nd year. We've just got, through San Bernardino County, we are a pre-apprenticeship program, which now leads to an apprenticeship program for them once they graduate, which is just, the value of that is so immeasurable to be able to explain what they get to step foot into as far as career and education and support for them. But to attest to these students, they show up every morning early before school starts so they can go volunteer at the San Salvador Preschool. They have to come dressed ready and set to go. As you know, they are high school students, right? They have their own style and flair, but they have to make sure that they are representing in an early childhood education environment as well. So I want to attest to them and their responsibility and their maturity to be involved in everything that we do, and all of Mrs. Hernandez's crazy ideas. So first speaking, we have Layla.
Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Layla Shorter, and I wanted to start off by saying, in the beginning, I wasn't in early childhood development for that long, but for my personal experience with this, it had helped me with my communication skills and my learning, and how children grow physically and emotionally. I also learned how to be more patient and understanding when working with kids. Even though I wasn't in the class for that long, it taught me a lot about helping children learning, grow, and feel supported. My experience with the preschoolers were I have fun enjoying helping with fun. I enjoy helping with them and having fun activities and seeing how they got when they learned something new. This experience helped me with teaching me how to help in ways and teaches me how to care for and guide children. It improves my communication and my problem-solving skills and helped me become more understanding and patient and very responsible. Thank you.
One second. Okay. Hello, my name is Deanna. It's lovely to be here, and it's lovely to be chosen to be here. I would like to tell you what I've enjoyed and experienced at the preschool, which I have volunteered at on a daily basis. And I've enjoyed many things, such as helping the teachers by creating artistic lessons or ideas for the children, as well as playing with the children and reading to them. Not only that, but planning special holiday events for them has truly been amazing. Some amazing things I've experienced at the San Salvador Preschool is observing the class, but also taking note how children slowly progress over time. I've seen how they learn to read and write, but also how they interact with each other and form bonds, which I think is very interesting and cool. I've experienced things on activities and lessons, but I've also experienced the teachers and how they teach and go about things and around things. I've experienced much more and have learned so many benefiting lessons at volunteering. They teach me, but also guide me into what I want to do in my future. As well as make me a more patient, understanding, creative person I always hoped I'd become. I'm truly grateful for the program and the teachers, especially the children, because they push others to become more than what they are. And yeah, I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day.
Good morning. My name is Sophia Padilla. It's a pleasure to be here this morning and be a student speaker. My experience in early childhood education has helped me better understand the many different important areas of development a child has, such as physical, emotional, and their social. I am able to practice my own communication when interacting with the children, not only them, but also with my peers that I have in everyday life. My experience with the kids has given me better knowledge on the important milestones a child has and being able to see the different ways and engage in activities in the classroom and outside the classroom. I get to see the different ways that they learn, and it gives me better understanding on the strategies and methods used, because there's many ways a kid is able to learn. And I've taken from the opportunity in being in early childhood education. For myself, I've had personal growths such as bettering my essential skills in my daily life, such as my communication and understanding and being more patient. Teamwork is very important because together a lot more gets done and it goes a long way for the little kids.
Thank you so much for being here, for working with our little guys. We appreciate it. Happy to have you. Okay, so in conclusion, preschool is a critical step in a child's educational journey. By fostering curiosity, confidence, and social skills, preschool equips young learners with the tools they need to thrive in school and beyond. We are not just teaching letters and numbers, we are cultivating curiosity, confidence, and a lifelong love of learning. The greatest investment we can make is in our youngest generation. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be here with all of you today.
Let's give it up one more time for Melissa, her team, the parents, and the students. I have to say this. So I get the privilege of doing a lot of walkthroughs, and I was at Sencel, and I saw the most amazing thing. I walked into the classroom, saw the class preparing their beds. Remember that, Melissa? It was the cutest thing, and they're learning how to make a bed and lie down, and I just thought that was awesome. Melissa Williams has transformed Sencel into a place, an incredible place of learning, and all the things that they're doing over there. And that early education is so foundational. We know this, to building those building blocks for elementary, middle school, and all that. So if you haven't been to Sencel, I'm going to be there Cinco de Mayo, Melissa. So make sure we made up for that over there. Right? So what else? Okay. So we have another treat for you. We have Grand Terrace High School's Folklorico group. We're going to do a presentation. All right.
Safety is at the core
Awesome,
of
awesome.
everything we
Good
do
job,
here
Grand
at
Terrace High School
Colton Unified
Folclórico
District,
Group.
where we believe the students are not in a position to learn if they don't feel safe. I'm John Sachs.
But we're going to start a video here real quick.
Safety is at the core of everything we do here at Colton Joint Unified School District, where we believe the students are not in a position to learn if they don't feel safe. I'm John Sachs, Director of Safety and Security Services, and today we're presenting our annual Armed Intruder Workshop. This initiative is spearheaded by Security Supervisor Sean Compa and is offered multiple times each year to ensure that all district employees have an opportunity to attend. Learn more about our safety initiatives at the next Community Cabinet on October 22nd.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. We have here our Director of Safety and Security. I'll tell you, John, yeah, let's give it up for John. And I know he has a great presentation. I have to say this that, to the community, that safety is #1 priority for our school district. Trying to keep 18,000 students, 2,400 employees safe is just an incredible task. And I want to commend, honestly, publicly, John Sachs for leading that charge over the years. It does an incredible job of leading the incident command in all these situations. You're in great hands, and I'll tell you what, and the gentlemen you see back there, our officers, our safety team, they partner up, and we get an opportunity to work with our Sheriff's Department, Colton PD, and we're just proud of that relationship. And I have to say that our school board has said to me, this is a priority, Frank, you got to make that happen. So enough with that. I'll turn it over to John, our Director of Safety and Security.
Thank you, Dr. Miranda. Appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak to you today on some of the district's initiatives that we have in place. I'm just going to jump in. I'm John Sachs, the Chief Safety Officer, Director of the Office of Safety and Security Services for the school district. And I'm going to, hopefully I can figure this out. Oops. Sorry. I meant to start with what Melissa Williamson said. I'm not a professional speaker. So I do want to introduce my leadership, the rest of my leadership team. Frankie Maestas is a supervisor for the Grand Terrace area. Stephen Cruz is our security supervisor for the Colton area. And then Sean Compa, who isn't able to make it today, he's the supervisor for the Bloomington area. So collectively, we oversee and manage a department of 38 district safety officers. We have an amazing administrative assistant who's holding down the fort down in the office, and then patrol officers that while we are all asleep and comfortable and feel safe at home in our beds, our patrol officers are out patrolling the school district grounds, ensuring some kind of mitigation of property protection and everything else, so that way on Monday morning or the next morning your kids come to school, and as much as possible they're able to go into a school that's ready for them. Two initiatives that as a district that we've launched. The first one is the See Something, Hear Something, Say Something, part of a global or a national campaign. But that was started out of Dr. Ortiz's office. And if you go, you'll notice at the bottom there's a QR code. If you put your QR reader on there, that will direct you to a list of schools with the associated phone numbers on there. So if you want to report something, you can click on that. You can call the school directly and report whatever it is that you want to report. The other one is WeTip. Who has not heard of WeTip? A couple of folks. So basically, WeTip, we've historically had a partnership with WeTip. It was up until recently, you call it in. You call in a tip, it goes to somebody, they report it, gets to us. Now with 2.0, it is district specific. So there's a QR code on there. You put your QR reader on there, and it'll take you to a prompt where you can select what school you want to report that to. It's all digital. You can do it from your phone. There's WeTip URL on all of the schools' websites, so you can click on that. And if anyone wants to report a tip, it's open to anyone, and it goes directly to the school sites. There's various people at the district, out of the district office, like myself, who get all of them. And so that way there's a redundancy built into the system where if it's not caught right away, we can catch it. And if it rises to the level of, hey, wait a minute, maybe our law enforcement folks need to know about it, we can make sure we're communicating with them too. We have employed a visitor management system. It's been in place for a couple of years now. For those of you who visited our campuses and have had to actually go in, you had to give your driver's license ID. You scan that, and the system will then print out a picture with your ID on it, the image on that. You get a nice little fancy sticker that goes onto your clothing, so when you go in, they know who you are. The good thing too, though, is that for us, it helps us know who's on our campuses, because that name and the date of birth gets scanned across the Megan's Law website, or the database. So we know exactly who's on our campuses when they check in to visit onto the campus. The other one is an emergency drill manager. Our office manages, coordinates, works with the schools in their efforts to comply with emergency drills that they have to do every year, fire drills, earthquake drills, and whatnot. So this drill manager helps us, gives us a dashboard where we can keep an eye on it and work with the schools in coordinating the scheduling and whatnot. We are fortunate in that we are able to partner with our local law enforcement agencies with a focus for school resource officers, with a targeted focus on positive school climate. The outreach programs, the mentorship efforts, the just being out on campus and giving kids high fives, giving out stickers, that is all the focus that we have for them. The enforcement comes with the job. That's what they do. But we want to take that and make it a positive thing as much as possible, where they are contributing to building those bridges with the community. So I'm going to introduce some folks. I'm just going to say their name if they'll raise their hand. From the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, we have Deputy Alvarez. We have Deputy Ramirez. Both Deputy Alvarez and Ramirez, they are out of the Fontana Station, and they support schools out of the Bloomington area. Next, we have Deputy Vaca. Deputy Vaca is out of the Central Station, and he supports schools in the city of Grand Terrace. Next, we have Officer Sandoval, and then Officer Vega. Both Officer Sandoval and Vega support all the schools within the city of Colton. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. So I've mentioned outreach. There's a huge effort on what we meet monthly as a safety team. My leadership team and all the SROs, we meet monthly. And as a standing agenda item, what do you have coming up for us with outreach? What positive things do you have going on with kids? What mentorship programs do you have? What kind of workshops do you have going on with staff, with parents? And these guys are bringing it to the table. An example of that is on the screen with the upcoming parent workshop at Colton Middle School, brought to you by Colton, our Colton folks over here. You'll see them just on campus. And that's the best thing for us, is just them being out on campus. Like in this one scenario, they're giving out stickers. Stickers. I was going to say those positive tickets, but we don't have those. Stickers, they're show and tell. Come look at the car. In one incident, they brought what's the dog? No, it's a canine that they brought so that the students can interact with the canine. So that was a positive experience. They toured alongside the kindness bus that we had a couple of weeks ago on Unity Day. they help escort that bus from site to site throughout the district. Doesn't matter if they go outside, and I appreciate their leadership for allowing them to go outside of their jurisdictional areas so they can support this endeavor. We collaborate with and network with multiple agencies throughout this region. In particular, the ones that are closest to us, our neighbors to the north, the west, and the east. In particular, Rialto PD and Rialto Unified. We had a recent swatting call incident that impacted one of our schools in the city of Rialto. And Rialto Unified, PD just came right up, just instantly came in, got in touch with us, and handled with the school itself, set up a command post. We were enabled to be able to go in and work alongside with them in their command post in support of the school and our district's effort to make sure that we're able to support what's going on the campus. So because Rialto Unified, if you all remember, if you don't, the previous 2 days from this, Rialto Unified School District had experienced something similar with a few of their schools as well. So I reached out to that school district and requested mutual aid. They sent a couple of their folks from their safety department to help us sort of map out our response once the police department was able to release the school back to us. And it was very helpful because they had just spent 2 days dealing with it, so we kind of relied on some of their expertise to help kind of guide us in our response as well. Last year, we had the bridge and the line fires. Two of those fires where the smoke from those fires led to some severe air quality issues, prompting us to take action as a district. Every day for 2 weeks, we were on a coordination call with the Office of Emergency Services with the County of San Bernardino. So we coordinate with them. My message to you is that we are always in contact with the Office of Emergency Services. So, for example, the most recent one, the Shakeout is a statewide disaster drill. Guess what? They were doing a drill too. So we participated in that with them. So as we did our drill, we coordinated with the schools because each school participated in that drill. The district office, various district office facilities did that as well. And as a district, we operated an emergency operations center and checked in and coordinated with all of those, and then took that information, reported it up to the County of Emergency Services. So going back to that video, we offer to our employees an active shooter, armed intruder workshop. It's an awareness workshop for our employees. The intent is to better prepare them for an incident in the event that it happens, to prepare them for it, right? So we do it for the school sites during faculty meetings, and then twice a year in September, and then in January, we open it up district-wide. We have 4 different offerings each time for each one of those months so that we can capture the rest of the district employees throughout the district. So we did work with Colton PD for an active shooter functional exercise to take place at the Hermosa Center, one of our district office facilities. We focus a lot of our efforts in this on school sites, and we thought, you know what, it's a really good idea to start focusing on it in a business setting to better prepare our folks at the district office facilities, right? They go to the trainings, but we wanted to work it out. We wanted to really, let's test it out. And the purpose of a drill, so you know, is to test your capabilities to failure. So you know where you fail, and once you figure out where that failure threshold is, then you can work and take steps to make sure that you can fix that, right? So what we did, we conducted that in coordination with Colton PD, and it was videotaped, it was recorded. Sorry, I'm showing my age. I was videotaped. There was a 2-hour block of video. We weaned it down to like 10 minutes So at that, it is simply an enactment. So I just wanted to let you know in advance, in case something is triggering for you. Just wanted to alert you in advance. So I'm gonna turn the floor over to, or to the video over to IT.
Hello, babe? Yeah. Yeah, no, we still didn't get it back. No, I don't even know what to say right now. Well, you remember what I said I was gonna do. I'm done. I'm done, I'm upset, I'm pissed. It's to that point. Remember what I told you. You're taken care of, everything's good to go. They're not gonna allow me to not get my money. All right, love you too, bye. Ridiculous. It has to get to this point. Let me in. Let me in. We can figure this out now. I'm over this.
911, you have an emergency?
Yes, we have some gunshots at our Hermosa Center for Drain Pine Civil District.
Okay, what's the address?
325 North Hermosa Avenue, Colton.
And how many shooters?
As far as I know, I believe there's only one, but there's multiple shots going on, so.
Okay, what does he look like? We have officers en route. What does he
He's
look
a
like?
Hispanic gentleman, about mid-size, black hair, wearing, last I seen him, he's wearing a yellow polo.
Okay, where are you located?
I'm located in building number 5.
Okay, do you know what building he's in front of?
As far as I know, he's in front of building number 5.
Okay, do you have a clothing description?
Yellow flannel jeans.
Okay. All right, we have officers en route, okay?
Thank you.
Secure yourself.
Darn these doors. Someone's got to have my check. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. See if they're going to.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Stop moving!
You didn't have to go this way.
On the floor now! On the floor! All the way down to your stomach! Hands out! Hands out! To your side! Turn away from me! Clear?
They didn't have to go this way. They could have just gave me my money.
Hands behind your back!
They could have just gave me my money. Didn't have to be this way. Would have been done.
You have any weapons on you? Roll over. You have any weapons on you? Roll over. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, up. All right, moving back.
Okay, we're gonna go
Secure that rifle. Let's go.
I got it.
All right, I'm gonna do another quick search. Separate your feet. Bobby, you're with us. Bobby, you're with us. They're gonna take that way. Let's all go over here. All right, we'll move together. Go.
Let's go. Push. We're gonna clear 7.
We're gonna let them move forward. We're not clearing right now. We're looking for another shooter.
Okay. I got right.
I got one body over here to the left, female, black pants, white top. Looks like she might be injured. Ma'am, show me your hands. Ma'am, can you identify? We're calling police department. Can you hear me? Show us your hands, please.
Is that clear?
We're gonna move forward.
Passes, go out, check the door.
It's locked.
Lock, okay. Push.
Go ahead, move forward.
Slowly.
Ma'am.
Sorry.
Show us your hands, ma'am. Ma'am. Yeah, she's injured. Yeah, one injury.
Alright, next.
Keep it on that corner clear for them. Get the right. You got the right.
Watch that door. You want to check that? You're gonna watch that?
Hey. Open door. Open door.
Open door.
Call police department. Show us your heads.
Colton PD, anyone inside?
Restroom. Clear.
Clear. Bump out.
Bump out. Coming out. Right behind you. Yeah, we're gonna go. They're gonna cover front. We'll cover that right. We're gonna move over. Watch crossfire. All right, crews, we're gonna have you go with us. Make sure get the doors, clear the rooms out. We'll stay together. We'll start here at 7, and then we'll just kind of roll that way, and then come around. Unless, yeah. All right, we have a map over here, so. Cruz, where we at?
We're right here.
Okay, all right, let's go. Okay. They said we can simulate picking her up.
Come on, get out of here, let's go. Let's get around. Hold that corner.
Okay. All right, we want to get a team.
Where's Cruz at?
Cruz, come with us.
Cruz, you with us?
All right, we'll hit 7 up.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna start at 7. We're gonna work our way down that way. Okay. Ready? And moving forward, moving to 7, straight. Make sure you have that key ready, Cruz. We're coming in. Make sure you have your hands up and you move to the back of the room. Go ahead. Go, go.
Clear.
You clear that one as well?
Yep.
Okay.
You're connected.
You got it? You want to let them know?
Room 5, room 6, clear.
All right, we're gonna move. We're gonna move to room 2. Call police department. Anyone inside? Okay, hands in the air. We got people inside.
Okay.
Keep your hands in the air. Move to the back of the room. We got a barricade as well. Bobby, I'm gonna need you to hold this door, boy. Okay, it's a long hallway to the left. Okay. Remember, hands in the air. Hands in the air. We got. Hey, is there a light switch? If we can turn the light switch on.
There we go. Working on it.
Okay, come towards me. Hands in the air. I'm gonna move to this fridge. Have them.
Clear.
All right, move it.
Forward.
Yep.
Next door.
Keys.
One way in, one way out.
Okay.
Code 4. Yeah.
Cone PD coming in. Hands in the air. Move to the back of the room. Barricade. Barricade.
Is there anything past?
There's a couple rooms out there.
Let's push it down or push it. Yeah. Oh,
Put your hands in the
move it to
air.
your left. You got cords, so push to your left.
Come, walk towards my voice. Keep going. Keep your hands in the air. There's 3 females coming out. Keep going. Keep going.
Anybody else in here, ladies?
Coming out. Have not been searched. You guys push forward.
Go. Gotcha.
Put your hands in the air.
I got you. All right.
Clear.
There.
All right, coming out. Clear. I think that's everything, right?
Risk management, code 4.
Is that everything?
That's everything.
That was in play?
Yeah, that's everything.
All right. All right. All secure. All cleared.
Maryland, please. Copy. Maryland, Maryland.
Okay, I want to give some credit to Eric Perez for putting all the video stuff together, miking people up, putting cameras on the officers, and really making this happen. Because for us, it's drill. We're just doing a drill, right? For him, he wanted to capture it. I thought it was a great idea because now we have another training tool, right? So this couldn't have happened without the coordination of the Sheriff's Department, Colton PD, my department, the support of Dr. Ortiz and Dr. Miranda, and just making sure that we can do the things, and also the departments at Hermosa that actively participated in that. This is safety initiatives, but I can't say that this is all me. In this endeavor, I also have to introduce, I know he was introduced earlier, but Antonio Castro, please come up, Antonio. He's the director of the Behavior and Mental Health Department. With this, we had, you notice the phases, we had to really target what we wanted to test for. And so phase 3 was the debrief. What you didn't see was everybody get together now in a room, and we conducted a debrief under Mr. Castro's leadership, and walked us through the mental health. How do we process, right? So if you have a moment, if you want to just kind of briefly talk about that part.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. You know, it's so ugly and unfortunate that these kinds of situations happen way too often in our country. So this is not, this is a sad reality. The processing piece that John talked about was so critical because in the heat of the moment, you're just reacting out of impulse, right? It's fight, flight in these kinds of situations. And so it's so critical and important when a crisis like this happens. God forbid it will ever happen at Colton Joint Unified School District. But it's so important that we are processing, that once the adrenaline wears out, once the reality sets in of what's happened and the dust settles per se, it's so critical and important that we are dealing with the emotional aftermath of how people are affected. So it was such an important debrief in just kind of gathering people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions about what happens. My biggest takeaway in terms of the whole simulation that took place, I was sitting on the sidelines watching everything kind of happen in real time. And for me, the biggest and most important takeaway, it was almost like this just epiphany that I had. Every individual, every law enforcement individual that was involved in that simulation, I couldn't help but just to see someone's father, to see someone's mother, to see someone's brother or sister taking part. And I had this profound gratitude for their lives that they risk each and every single day to protect us, to protect our students, to protect the community. I was so grateful then, and I continue to feel grateful today for all that they do in their lives that they risk every single day. And then I think the last thing was just advice. You know, again, it goes back to what I said about the debrief, in that when the dust settles, we are left with this emotional chaos. One thing is the actual crisis and incident, but what can be even more impactful is the aftermath. The emotional, psychological aftermath is so huge. It's so important that we are taking care of our students first and foremost, because that's what we are here for, but we also have to take care of ourselves as adults. It's so important that we are having conversations, that we are providing and giving ourselves the opportunity to debrief and to heal, or at least to begin that healing process. So I really appreciate John for organizing that whole simulation. It was an eye-opening experience for many of us, and it was certainly that experience for myself. So thank you, John, for setting that up.
Thank you, Antonio. Give it to Antonio. Antonio, give it to Deputy Baca. And I can't take credit for that. I can't. I can't. That was my leadership team working with Colton PD and the other and all of the SROs. I cannot take credit for that. That was all them. So for number one, just real quick, because I know we're really short on time, but I wanted to make sure that we can kind of bring some closure to this and hear from the deputies and the officers that experienced this, and the folks from my leadership team who participated in it. I have one question, and I'm going to just kind of open the floor for you guys to answer. Given this experience, what is your biggest takeaway?
Hello, there you go. I think I'll answer that. I think for me, I wasn't in that training, but I think in law enforcement as a whole, working with our nearby agencies, just like Colton getting to know their schools and doing training either at our school or their school, and kind of familiarize with the campus, and then also working with the fire department as well, getting them involved, and then that way we're able to work as a team and see, like you said, our shortcomings and be able to fix those. So in case this ever does happen, we're ready for it, and yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think being there and that was they were using me as the primary officer, and all that heavy breathing, that was for the video, but no, it was definitely an eye-opener. I mean, we try to do as much training as we can as our departments, and obviously that's limited. So it was nice to have the school do something additional to get us involved. But yes, partnering with the other agencies, because you think, me and my partner are on one radio channel and they're on a different radio channel. So that communication, making sure we think about those things, keys. We know we have keys as SROs, but patrol officers don't have keys, and so it helps for them to be involved as well, because then they can know, okay, we need to get keys, maps, that kind of stuff. So it's definitely a lot of those little details. This helps to make sure we fine tune that. So.
One is I need to go to acting school and get a little bit more training and stick to my day job. But in the process, John talked about Sean Campa, who delivers the speeches on, when these incidents occurred. So one thing, locked doors will save lives. Following process and procedures can save lives. So I could not get into any office. I wasn't able to make contact but with one person who probably didn't follow the process. So it does work. So whenever you just understand that, trust the process, trust the procedure.
Just real quick, I just want to reiterate that when these things happen, our main goal is the safety of our staff and our students, and everyone up here is going to do everything that we can to ensure that happens. That's it.
Just having gone through the workshop with Sean Campa, just seeing how he's done his training, and then giving you guys the know-how of what to do during an incident like that, and then having it being put in a practical application and just seeing how it all came together. I believe that with the training from law enforcement and from the training that Campa had given, gives you guys the tools to do what you have to do to get these kids into a safe area. Advice, just listen to your kids, watch their social media, and just be there for them.
Advice for the community is just be involved. Listen, like Deputy Ramirez said, be involved. Attend some of the community stuff that the district has to offer. That way you guys know what sort of procedures law enforcement has and the district provides when it comes to the lockdown or active shooters.
Real quick, we train obviously because it's part of our job, but as parents or people working, you guys need to train as well, or just even thinking while you're at work, if something were to go down, where's my exit? What can I use as a weapon? What can I use as a barricade? Just having that mindset for a worst case scenario. And then I know I wasn't gonna say this, John, but cameras, we need cameras at schools.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. One last thing before we leave, and I appreciate everybody up here because they help in the endeavor of keeping the schools safe. One last thing, my why. So back in 2017, my daughter's school, someone got onto the campus, got a hold of one of the teachers, took that teacher hostage, barricaded in one of the classrooms. The school was evacuated. When I went to the reunification, that's me pre-beard, pre-COVID beard, and my wife next to me, the press enterprise journalist snapped the shot right at the right moment. That picture was sent to me a couple days later. I had no idea. But I was so touched by the efforts that the school district took to make sure that the parents were comfortable in this situation, right? All the kids were safe. The problem, though, is now as parents, we start to panic. What's going on with my kids? My kid's safe, right? The expression on my face, I was happy to see my kid. I was extremely happy to see my kid. Ushered my daughter to my wife, who left, because I came from work. And then I'm like, okay, let me watch this operation. I immediately took my parent hat off, and I'm now looking at the operation. So a couple days later, the school had a parent meeting. I went straight from work. You see me in my uniform. I was standing in the back because I was listening. I'm trying to learn, what can I take from those experiences and have them to where we can learn from that here, right? So that's my why. I'm going to end here. I appreciate all of your attention to the matter, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here in front of you right now. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I just wanted to jump in real quick. Can you hear me? Just kind of going back to your question about what can parents do, and we touched on it earlier, is if you see something, say something. Oftentimes with these shooters in incidents, if we go back, there's conversations that occurred with these suspects, with their friends, posts that they posted on social media, and oftentimes that gets dismissed, and had we known about those, we could potentially have prevented an incident, an active shooter incident, or some sort of violent incident. So I really encourage you to stay involved with your children, monitor social media, monitor the conversations, and you know, all the parents out there, we all have that little feeling on our necks, you know, something's just not right. Follow that, and please report it, because oftentimes we can get ahead of that and prevent these type of situations. So thank you. Oh, sorry. I'm Mike Sandoval, Sergeant with the Colton Police Department, and I oversee the School Resource Officer Division.
Thank you. Sergeant Sandoval is also the department's PIO, Public Information Officer, and we coordinated directly with him and some other folks in the department, but he was the point person for us, so thank you again. Appreciate it.
All right, give it up one more time for our partners, law enforcement. Good job, man. I thought Frankie was pretty good. Maybe not Academy Award, but he's close. We're done. We're actually going to have a performances by our folklorical group to end into this community cabinet. I just want to thank all of you for being here this morning. You heard from our amazing child development director, team, parents about early childhood education, how critical it is, essential, and then the safety piece. That more than ever today, what we're facing out there is so important. And doesn't it feel great as a district, and I hope parents see more of this, that look who you have supporting us. And it's a team effort, law enforcement, and I thank the board for supporting that and for investing dollars to support our SROs and our community and that safety that's critical. So with that, we're going to have one last performance. This is going to be a combined effort because Colton Joe Unified, again, together as one district. So remember that, serving with purpose together as one district. And that's what we do. We're going to end with a celebration and a great performance from our both groups. So let's give it up one more time for our groups, and we'll be done.
What color is the sky? Ay, mi amor, ay, mi amor. You tell me that it's red. Ay, mi amor, ay, mi amor. Where should I put my shoes? Ay, mi amor, ay, mi amor. You say put them on your head. Ay, mi amor, ay, mi amor. You make me un poco loco, un poquitito loco. The way you keep me guessing, I'm nodding and I'm yesing. Now count it as a blessing that I'm only un poco loco.
That you make me, it is just un poco crazy. The sense that you're not making,
The liberties you're taking leaves my cabeza shaking. Un poquitito loco.
salga el toro.